people who were recalled on the basis that they had, through signing of affidavits, through acts or omissions, formed, supported, or joined other political parties other than the MDCT. Now, if you form, join, or support another political party, then in terms of clause 5.10.a of the Constitution, you automatically terminate your membership. So these people were not expelled by us. They terminated their membership. And these are people who were knowledgeable of the provisions of the Constitution. They were certainly knowledgeable of clause 5.10.a because they used it before. So they terminated their membership, and we communicated to Parliament. We communicated to Council through the Minister of Local Government that these people had ceased to belong to our members. They terminated their membership. Regarding Abednego Bebe and Paul Gorekore, these are still members of the MDCT. If you are a member of the MDCT and there are allegations of misconduct against you, you are dealt with in terms of the constitutional procedure. And the constitutional procedure in the case of National Council members is slightly different, where the person is a member of the National Standing Committee. Where a person is a member of the National Standing Committee, for example, if the National Council yesterday wanted to summarily expel Mr. Bebe, they would simply have voted, and a vote of 2/3 would have seen the expulsion of the member. That provision was not used. Instead, the National Council ruled that although there was prima facie evidence that there was an act of misconduct, it was proper that formal procedures be done to afford the member the right to be heard. This is because he is our member and we have jurisdiction over him. Mr. Gorekore is a member of the National Council. The provisions of clause 511 of the Constitution doesn't apply to him. And if the authorities so desire, he will be brought before a disciplinary committee, either appointed by the National Standing Committee as an ad hoc committee, or the disciplinary committee chaired by the national chairperson. We will decide on that, and he will be given the right to be heard. As you know, he has been suspended. We suspend members we suspend people who are members of our party. We take disciplinary action and afford the right to be heard of people who are members of our party. We have no jurisdiction to have a hearing in respect of a person who is no longer a member of our party. And if that person has terminated his membership by the mere fact of joining another political party, they have terminated their membership. What we simply do is we communicate that to the authorities. I'm not so sure what you were referring to when you were talking about the differences in communication with the spokesperson. As far as we are concerned, there are a number of officials that speak to the press, the president, the national chairperson, the secretary general, depending on what the issue is at hand. If we are talking of the National Council, as you know, in terms of our constitution, the person who chairs the National Council is the national chairperson. And therefore, he is the authority to communicate if there are important decisions. And as you know, in terms of the Constitution, again, it is the Secretary General who convenes these meetings and draws up these resolutions. That's why you see us here. Senator Pugeni is on his way, I think, to Harare, and so on. There is no dislocation at all. He is the spokesperson of the party. He has spoken on behalf of the party. Please don't manufacture a difference that does not exist. As the national chairperson and the secretary general, we have addressed the press before without our spokesperson and without our president. That does not mean that they don't know. You have asked a specific question about Mr. Scala, and I will answer this question on the legal part of your question. On the illegal part of your question, we don't have to answer that. And the legal part of your question is whether we are afraid of Mr. Scala or not. No, we are not. We are not afraid of Mr. Scala. He doesn't bite, and he is a person who holds certain views, some very strongly, and so on. And we do respect some of his views. Whose member is he? We do not know. He is yet to tell us the membership of his party. I haven't seen, and we haven't seen the affidavit that he signed renouncing membership of the party. But let me just say that all members of our party, if they commit acts of misconduct, will be dealt with in a fair manner. They will be afforded the right to be heard. But if you leave the party, for example, by signing the affidavits that were designed by the MDC Alliance lawyers, and I want to say to you, with all great respect to the lawyers involved, if there was anything unwise that they ever did, it was to ask the MPs to sign those affidavits. And those affidavits specifically stated that these people were no longer members of the MDCT. And if you specifically state that you are no longer a member of the MDCT, you have expelled yourself. But maybe they knew what they were doing. We are still studying to understand what exactly they wanted to achieve. As far as we are concerned, they have caused unnecessary hurt to the MPs and so on. But